Once upon a time I had a friend. When we chatted privately, he told me that he had broken up with his boyfriend for half a year. There were no major problems during this period, but when you have a physical need, but I don't know how to solve it. He asked me if I knew. Here's what other single women do. So I posted the question online, and today we are going to take a look what netizens are saying. Wow, here I share 5 single ladies. See how they address their physiological needs. What kind of experience and feeling? The first one is called Brother Key. Brother Key is currently a student. He said, when I had a physical need, I watch small movies on the side and then imagine it in your brain. Think of myself as the heroine. Although it feels ashamed, but the pleasure seems to be more intense. I've never experienced an orgasm before. He also approached me a few times after they broke up. Reason are just trying to have a breakup canon. I didn't promise him. After separation, we can't give him our bodies anymore. Then I also considered whether to go on an appointment. I also quickly gave up. I still like to do it myself. I saw some sex toys the other day, and I ordered a vibrator and a vibrator. I'm looking forward to it at the moment. I would say if a man can't satisfy you, you have to satisfy yourself. There's nothing to be ashamed of here. The second place is called Shi because of the profession of a teacher. He was a very conservative person. He said that he had to endure whatever he wanted. It's like an ascetic. It's painful, but there's no way around it. He never thought of making an offer. It feels so disgusting. Having sex with a strange man. Self-defense is unimaginable. I feel ashamed to be embarrassed to do it. To be honest, he's pretty annoying, and the temper is also much worse than before. The face is not too moisturized. There was even a little spotting. Girlfriend said, I looked like a woman who wanted to be dissatisfied. I think he's right. Sex is water for women. The woman without water quickly dried up. So because I haven't had sex for too long, then my temper got worse and worse. The whole person is easily irritable. Even when I go to work, I have a hard time concentrating. I don't know what to do. The third place is Xiao Fei. At the age of 30, he is a white-collar worker in the company. He said he never saw any shame in self-defense. He will choose a wide variety of sex toys. And then, what a vibrator he has. New toys, and then the next has it all. He said, for a week he cannot repeat these toys. It's much better than a man, as long as you get the right way. Just wait for yourself to fly and be so cool that you can fly. Although I am single, there is no disharmony. When it comes to sexuality, my ex-boyfriend only cares about himself when he does it. There is no foreplay. Sometimes I didn't even get wet underneath when I entered, and it's very short. So this kind of man who only cares about his own coolness, far inferior to my toy baby. The fourth Xiaoyun is 25 years old and is a nurse. He told the truth. I used to refrain when I had a physical need, but slowly after learning some sexual knowledge, only then did I know that this kind of restraint is not good for the body. If there is no sexual partner, not to pass the proper taste, so I chose to solve it with my hands. The method is also learned from tutorials watched on the internet. It was like discovering a new continent for me. When I used to be with my boyfriend, it is possible that his technique is not very good for the reason I rarely get to experience high. The tide also did not feel the joy of love. Instead, after learning to masturbate, slowly I like this hands-on way. You know where your sensitive points are. I can also control this myself. This fourth, although now it's a little tired occasionally, but they didn't dare to try other methods. The fifth, Xiao Zhao, is 27 years old this year. He said, if I say I'm dating, I don't know what everyone thinks. He said that in fact many of my friends around me are like this. In the beginning I also had a lot of mental burden, don't dare to do it, and I feel that this is unhygienic for fear of contracting STDs. I want to do it myself, but one of my best friends who has a very good relationship with me is right with me. Say you're alone in bed and touching yourself. Isn't this kind of picture a little funny? And because I can't let go, even if you do it yourself, you may be able to see it all at once. Decent way. I don't know how cool it is. I was touched by what my best friend said. I tried to make an appointment online. I had been abstinent for 2 years at the time of my first appointment. I feel like a flower that is about to wither. When the appointment came out to sit, there was nothing but nervousness. It also made me experience excitement and happiness. After the first date I immediately had the idea of having a second date. I made a third appointment a month ago. Can be in recent times. I always felt a little itchy underneath. I don't know what's wrong. Not very comfortable. I was nervous and went to the hospital for a checkup. At the moment, the results are not out yet and are waiting. I was still very panicked in my heart and I was afraid that I would get a bad disease. If it's okay this time, I don't think I'll ever make another appointment. Well, the above words are some of the sharing of netizens. Different people will have a different answer. We see that there are women begin to really please yourself. This is a step forward for society. Others still feel ashamed or to suppress one of your own physiological needs. In fact, sex is a normal physiological need. It's like we have to eat when we're hungry. If you are thirsty, you should drink water, and this demand is gender neutral. So you have to face it calmly and go and enjoy it. It is not only love for oneself, but also care for oneself.